Welcome to Rockin' Bubbies.
Hey, hey.
What's up, Matt Lennon?
How you doing, Pez?
I'm doing good. Cheers. First episode, everybody. First episode.
Hashtag come out.
Yes,
Shit.
indeed. And we got a special guest for you in the house. Tim Muppet Hall, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
Well, yeah.
What's up, my bubbies?
What's up?
It's been far too long.
Captain Tim.
Captain Tim.
Well, we can't forget about that guy. Yeah, he's also here.
Yeah.
There's technically two of us here.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you play in the band with us.
Yep.
Pez and the Dispensers.
Although it's been so long, I don't remember what it's like.
Yeah. COVID, man.
Yeah. Fucking COVID.
Terrible, dude. I mean, we were talking last for the trailer. We were talking about God dang, we were supposed to play for.
Supposed to play at the Ford Center.
Yeah.
And Lamasco's.
That's right.
With Lance Bass
Right.
and Mark McGrath.
I want an explanation now.
Yeah, it's coming. What the deal was is we were hanging out, and I got a phone call.
With Lance Bass.
We were hanging out. I got a phone call. Hey, you want to do this charity event at Ford Center? I was like, yeah, dude, of course. Ford Center? Are you kidding me? He's like, well, it's not going to be like, cash, but exposure. I was like, let's do it. I said, who we got? Who we doing it? Who we playing for? He goes, Lance Bass and Mark McGrath. I said, now Mark McGrath, I used to rock the highlights in my hair back in fifth grade, dude.
Oh, shit.
I was singing every morning when the halo. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Wasn't it like fucking O-Town, too?
O-Town.
There was somebody. Yeah, there was a few bands, right?
Like,
yeah.
We would be the most straight dudes there, for sure.
Oh,
Well,
just
Well,
think
besides
about
you,
Well,
of course.
I don't know.
Think
Be a
about
toss up.
Yeah.
a sea.
Be a lot of salad
Big
toss.
toss-up.
A sea of just, women that are like in their 40s.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking.
Like
And then we come up
people
playing
our
some
age.
covers.
Yeah.
Bet.
I mean,
It would have been interesting with the full band, too, because I bet they
Well-
have either, studio session guys with them, or you know what I mean?
Well, they were asking us to not bring drums, if we could do it without drums.
On the trailer of this part is the first time I knew that part.
Yeah.
I heard that. I was like,
Yeah, we
what?
try to keep that from you.
Yeah, I was like,
I don't blame you.
Pez, he called me and he's like, hey, man, is there any way we can do this without drums? I said, we're a fucking rock band. Unless
Yeah,
we go up
that's
there as
almost impossible.
acoustics,
Right.
which we've never done. No,
Right.
it's not going to happen.
Or like a pre-recorded track, which would make it even worse. So
Oh,
We can't keep time when we're regular playing, let alone
I feel
all
like
that shit.
if you guys went up there without drums, I feel like every song would sound like Voodoo from Godsmack. Just
So we got Skylar Anderson in the house, Carmi Cast.
how are
Thank
you
you
guys?
for having us. Yes, indeed.
Pez would definitely fit in with the O-Town and Lance Bass. He would be right up there with him, kicking it backstage.
Yeah.
Like, I really loved your show, Pez and the Dispensers. It was so good.
Wait. Bye, bye, bye.
Are you related to Drew Carey?
Yeah.
Oh, the Denim Dan, come here.
Man,
Damn.
you always give me crap about a jean jacket. When you get out of this town, in this area,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's rocking a denim. Denim's in, dude.
Denim's never not in.
No.
It's America.
I mean, I do love Bruce Springsteen.
That's goddamn right.
He is America's sweetheart.
That is.
I mean,
It is kind of getting warm, though.
I have a gnarly denim jacket I like to rock too.
yeah.
It's got
I just-
patches on it.
Yeah.
Anything that I can find to mess with Pez, I do. His nickname's Denim Dan.
I mean, look at your
Drew
shirt.
Carey. Well,
You're
I mean,
easy, man.
Says,
Fun.
guess what?
never,
motherfucker?
never, ever take me seriously because I don't always mean it.
Tiger King.
So how's everybody been?
Well, got COVID at the house
Yep.
and had to quarantine, and I roped off half of my house, and it was, if I was in my old house, I would have got it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Big game over, but because you know that. You helped me move. Thank you,
Yeah.
Tim.
So you didn't catch it?
No, me and my son didn't.
Damn.
At least he didn't think he caught it.
Dude,
he
I
may
was-
have and not had symptoms. Remember, there's
well,
all
true.
kinds of
Oh, yeah.
mysterious things going on.
That's true.
I was bathing in hand sanitizer.
There's mysterious things afoot.
I was taking like 3 showers a day,
Holy
bathing in
shit.
hand sanitizer. I was like, I can't get this, man.
Yep.
My company's going to be like, I don't know, if I take another 2 weeks off.
Shit, if I was getting paid, give it to me a week after.
Okay, I hope your employer don't see this. You
I'm
know
just,
what I mean?
hey, Martin and Bailey, I'm really sorry for the comments I made.
Disclaimer, I'm sorry for the things that I just said.
I'm just trying to be funny for the podcast.
I just got out of quarantine.
How was that? Can you taste?
I still can't taste.
Oh, no wonder you're.
This is 2 weeks. 2 weeks, like 3 days or something.
Oh,
So I can breathe through my nose and can't smell a thing. It's
Oh,
the
wow.
weirdest sensation to eat food. Like it's still odd. You know what I mean?
I bet. I mean,
And like knowing what things taste like, you're like, that's my mind playing trick on me. Yeah, I can't taste nothing.
so you can like just down a bottle of come on and be all right.
Oh, I could two
I mean-
bottles of come on and a bottle of ketchup afterwards, and I wouldn't taste nothing.
Oh my god.
That could make the Lord very nervous.
Very nervous.
What's a bottle of come on?
A bottle of Kim man.
Oh,
Kim man.
you might want to clarify that first.
Yeah, it's drink whatever. Kim man. What about you, Matt? What's new with you?
You know, I've just been working and stuff and talking to you every fucking day. Jesus Christ, save me.
He loves me.
Nah, man, just kids and work and all that good stuff. Writing some music.
I think
Not for you.
See, and that's what sucks. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
Bottomland. I'm so glad. I'm proud
not-
for you guys.
Who's Bottomland?
I don't know who
that band.
Bottomland is. Who's
Oh,
that?
well, let's talk about Bottomland.
No, we're not going
Let's-
to talk about Bottomland. Bottomland's dead.
Oh,
We can talk about Mudhouse.
We can talk about Mudhouse.
Oh.
Is that what's up?
step on my foot. I'm sorry.
No, it's all
Here's
right.
Oh,
the
you're fine,
running.
man. I'm just
No,
giving
I
shit.
love Bottomland, but it's rightfully in its place. We had a lot of good stuff, but this is a new thing and it's going really good. I like all the shit we're writing. Tim's killing it. We got my cousin Brandon from Sky Dweller playing drums. He's a bad motherfucker.
He is a goddamn drumming machine.
He's intense.
Looks like he eats those drums. He looks like the.
Oh,
Yeah.
and he's only got what, a 4-piece, 3-piece,
Yeah.
and he destroys them.
Oh yeah, he's an absolute.
And his cymbals
killer.
are wider than this fucking table.
Yep.
It's insane. And snare is seriously like how deep is it?
Oh, it's huge.
It is the loudest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, it's like a rack tom.
I told
basically.
him and Unk, between Unk's bass and his snare, I get heart palpitations every fucking practice. I'm sitting there skipping a beat every time the motherfuckers hit a note.
Yeah, if there's a bottom end band, it's us for sure.
Yeah, I mean like don't get me wrong, I'll write you some stuff, Pez, in the future. I
Oh,
guess.
what the fuck?
I mean, if you feel lucky enough, I don't know.
I feel like I'm ready. I mean, if anything, I'm ready for something else because I'm like got too much
Well,
fucking time on my hands because of this
Right.
goddamn. I'm ready to play music.
If you just get better at guitar, it would be so much
He
better.
acts like he's just goddamn brilliant. Oh, listen, this.
I'm really not. That's the bad part.
Oh,
I'm
it's in
so much
E?
better than you.
Okay, let me play this. Same old same.
Oh, I love
no, you're
buses.
good.
I'm sorry, guys.
You're good.
Pez is a good dude. I just like fucking with him.
Yeah.
Well, back to you, Jack Wagon. I mean,
Okay. Yeah, all right.
I mean,
anyway,
I'll come.
no, I ain't been really doing nothing but working and sometimes and drink. I've been drinking a lot. My doctor told me I had to slow down because my liver enzymes are high.
Ooh, ouch.
But so I'm cutting back from 5 days a week to 2. So I think that'll cut it
Hey,
out.
that's
So
at
this is
least
one
cutting
of
it out. Yeah.
I think that will work.
Yeah.
It's not real bad yet. He said it's not nothing to worry about, but you're just a little high on the high side.
You're
was
edging,
like, I
you're
am-
edging up.
I was like, what the fuck, man? I used to be able to drink a case of beer every single night, wake up the next day, pump the keg, and take off again with hardly a headache.
Those days are gone, Dad.
Dude, I drink 12 beers. I wake up. My wife is throwing me in the shower, bathing me. I'm coming back to life, shooting up Pedialyte.
Well, I
I mean-
can see why your enzymes are a little high then, probably. It's
And that's just after a 12-pack.
Give me an IV.
And I'm still in the garage in the dad cave, sitting there staring at the TV watching Lost or some shit. I don't even know what I'm watching anymore because I'm worried about what's going on in my life. And I'm just, thinking about the next day about Pedialyte.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I can't hang anymore either.
No.
My tolerances went down since we stopped playing.
Oh, once the gigs dry up, the tolerance kind of dries up with it, I think.
I miss playing music.
I do too.
It's killing me. And going live, we did that twice with Pez and Dispensers. You weren't there, though.
No, I didn't get to play those.
Speaking of which,
Mm-hmm.
can you come to practice Sunday?
Is this the right time to ask him about practice?
Ooh,
during the
well,
middle of
you
the
know,
fucking
You know what? I'm going to have to
podcast?
check my schedule, you guys.
I mean, Dr. Tim. Come out.
Sunday, what time?
No, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk
later.
about it. I should be able because I'm
Get the
down.
fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Come on.
Um,
Yeah. But
Because
what?
Mudhouse hasn't practiced either since all this.
Oh, come on. Bullshit.
We haven't.
I call bullshit.
What? Since
It's been over a month and a half.
a month and a half.
Oh. Well,
Yeah, it's been a
We're-
long time.
it sucks, dude, because I just feel it. I feel so out. Like when we were
Just disconnected.
I said banging it out there. We weren't banging nothing in the trailer. But when we were playing, it was steady. It was just, the flow was there. And it's just like once you get off, it's like riding on a treadmill. Once you jump off, dude, it's like, oh, shit. It's hard to get back on it.
I mean, I felt pretty good. In the last practice, it felt pretty good. I mean, but I'm always good, though.
Oh, there it is again, everybody.
It's my Bulgara amp, 1,000 watts of power.
It's got so much power.
I miss the whole band. I miss being on stage for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We got a few texts about playing out, but
I don't think we're ready.
no, because we're going to redo the whole set list.
Yeah, we're flipping everything.
Right.
That's the thing about music. It's like people have been getting the same stuff, and that's why it's just like, oh, we're going to go see those guys again. You know what I mean?
People get used to shit real easy.
It's a tough gig.
Even when it's original music in your local band. I mean, you play 3 sets, you play 30 songs, and people are like, I've heard 20 of those at the last show.
Yeah.
So they don't care about the other 10, even if they're new.
What bands have you been in your time?
I mean,
playing music.
I don't think the podcast is long enough to count them all off. You know what I mean? You don't need no respect.
I get no respect.
What are we talking about? Locally here?
Yeah,
around
locally.
here?
No, just anywhere. I mean,
Well,
from the start.
Ooh, you want to go from the start?
Bring it back to
The first time I was on stage, I thought about this coming into this podcast. The first time I was on stage, I don't even think that you know that story, Matt. I played bass.
What?
Yes, at an open mic.
You played a thing bigger than a ukulele?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
And in 1998, that bass was probably bigger than me. Probably.
Yeah.
Assuming, I was a little guy. We played In My Tree, Pearl Jam off of No Code.
No shit. Who'd you
At
play
open
with?
mic, dudes from the dorm in college. in
Oh, no
Charleston.
shit.
Yeah. So that would have been like 98. It's the first time I played live, officially in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
Because the guitar player taught me how to play the bass root notes, and that's basically
There you go.
I stood there and just dun, 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 dun.
Were you scared out of your mind?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But right away, right then I knew. I was like, oh, I need more of that drug.
Just like, it is a drug, man.
Yeah, it is a drug.
Even if you're playing in front of like 40, 50 people. And it sucks when they don't dig it.
Oh, of course.
And that's going to happen to every single band. Every band that's ever been signed has played a show where it's like, fuck, is this set ever going to end?
Right.
But when you're having a great time, it lasts forever. It's in no time.
Oh, yeah.
I think I live off those times when the crowd's into it.
Oh, yeah.
And like,
that's why we all do it, right? I mean, I hope. Yeah.
I mean,
oh, yeah.
third quarter or fourth quarter freaking corn day. I mean, that's the best times.
Yeah.
Call it fourth quarter.
But I played then. That was freshman year. And sophomore year, I started playing hand percussion.
Is that when you first started picking up hand drums?
Yeah, and it was a handmade drum by, shout out to Bob Frisch, Eastwood Frisch's dad.
So you never played hand drum before that?
No. Hadn't even touched one. So in high school, when I was 14, rewinding back, I played drum kit. I got my first drum kit. And I never practiced. I was that kid that got one, beat around on it, played with my friend Jacob Kramer. We used to play Rockin' Air Free World.
Jacob.
We used to play Rockin' Air Free World for like 3 hours.
Pez still does.
It's a good jam.
I played it today.
It's a good learning song, too.
crazy.
Yeah. But I used to play all that, and then I never practiced. Like, if I wasn't playing with him,
You weren't jamming.
I wasn't jamming. Like, I didn't have that drive, I guess, at 14. Like, it didn't come naturally to me at all. Like, and the footwork didn't come naturally to me at all. Hands already, like, I learned how to do fills, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And we'd play, and I'd get super jazzed about playing with him. But then I go home, and the drum kit, I was look at it every day like,
Well, you didn't have the motivation.
Yeah.
See, like, I credit a lot of my guitar playing to Joe.
Right.
Because, like, when I first started playing, like, you know how Joe is. Like,
Yep.
I love the motherfucker.
Right.
But he was like, dude, you're never going to learn how to play this. And it infuriated me because I wanted to learn it so bad. And I remember, like, my mom was fucking drove insane.
Yep.
I was upstairs playing through the shitty crate amp, just the first song I ever learned was something I wrote. It was just like it was obviously terrible, but then it was Black Sabbath.
Yep.
And it was just like Sabbath all day.
Yeah.
All day. And like over time, like, and the next thing I know, me, Joe, and Steve are jamming and writing songs.
Right. Which becomes a whole different thing.
And then it comes chain driven, and we're playing fucking bars at 15.
Right, which is killer. See, yeah, I wasn't doing that.
Yeah, see, Joe got me about, what would you say?
He's been working on Pez for a
year
while.
and a half. Oh, shut up. He worked on me one time. Makes it sound like I'm just,
he beat the shit out of your leg one night.
I'm talking about this story, and then we can go back to that story. So Joe said, Pez, I don't know, you're just not that what he didn't say I'm not that good of a guitar player. What did he say, Matt?
I'm sure it was only worded only like a Simpson can word it. Yeah.
Well, it's like Joe tends he words things a lot.
He practically let's just say
a lot of words.
He said I'm a shitty guitar player. Let's put it in that that terms.
That's pretty much what he said, but over 45.
That was about a month-long depression I'm
fair.
just shitty and I'm just going to practice my ass off till my fingers bleed and,
But that doesn't mean Joe thinks you're actually
No,
shitty.
he was trying
it's probably him just like, dude,
like smacking me in the
step it
face.
up.
Step it up, motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you got to. You can get stagnant.
Yeah.
I mean, I picked it up for about an hour today. I had to because I'm like, I've got to get these fingers moving. Because if they don't,
Magic fingers.
But
when I was real quick back when I was 14,
Yeah, I was
like you were
going
talking
back
about, but picking up and like driving your mom crazy with the crate amp. When you have a drum kit and you live in a neighborhood,
yeah,
you play in the middle of the day. Your old neighbor doesn't like he's calling the cops.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
They're calling right then.
especially in fucking Clainsboro.
So even when friends came over and we were doing extracurricular activities in the room at
And
14,
not drugs. Yeah.
right, not
Yeah.
drugs. Yes,
Yeah. I got a good story about not drugs.
hanging
later.
out with milk and cookies and whatnot. Sometimes when you have too much milk, you want to play drums. You know what I'm saying?
No, I got a good story about
Hey, I
fucking
get
Mayor
no
Dick
respect.
Dietz later.
So they would call the
Fuck Dick
cops.
Dietz.
And about 4 times after doing that, you don't even want to touch. Like you're just kind of trigger shy to even touch the drums. Period. Like
and that can be game over.
So unless I went way out of town in the country where Jacob lived, you know what I mean, and hauled the drums out there, and then you could play all day. I just didn't. I don't know. So then I didn't pick it up and play hand drum till I saw Eastwood's sitting there, and and he's my muse. Even in college, the dude was writing better original music than most people twice his age.
Dude,
we talking
so
about
fucking
Eastwood.
great.
Joe Frisch, a.k.a. Eastwood.
Okay.
Yeah.
American Lion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, speak of which, are we there yet with American Lion?
It's
it's a few years later.
a few years later, yeah.
But you played
Then in that college, I started playing along. I learned how to play hand drums to his music, right? And it worked enough for him that we recorded like albums in his apartment,
right.
and that became like the first 2 things I ever recorded. And I never recorded, so he's got like a digital 8-track. That's all new to me. All that shit's all cool and new.
Oh yeah, Eastwood's a wizard.
And then my mom's got all the stuff back in McLeansboro to burn CDs before that was even really a thing. So then it's like you got your own CDs. Hey, I don't know if you guys heard, but I cut this new disc this weekend, right? And you hand it, and all your friends are like, "What?
Oh my god,
You're on a CD?" And you're like, "Yeah, playing a terrible conga set." Yeah, that's me.
Dude,
yeah.
I remember Travis Paul handed me tapes.
Of course.
Yeah,
And that's how that all like started with him. And then you got to flash forward a bunch of years, and I'm gone in Denver, and I play percussion. I never stopped playing percussion through all those years. From basically like 2001, it'd be before that, like 2000, 99 or 2000 is the first time I started playing hand drums, and I was self-taught, and I played them all the way through till now. It's the one instrument. No, vocally, no. I didn't start singing till way later. Uke, I didn't pick up till way
So
later.
what did you compare yourself to? Like, what did you listen to kind of compare yourself, like how you were playing hand drums?
At the time, I was listening to Ben Harper a lot,
right?
And his percussionists, because then I'd go back and listen to like the hand percussion stuff in Santana during the '60s and Allman Brothers and I just tried to learn to play along to that. Like, and I can't read music for shit.
No, dude, it sucks.
So I never even tried.
In the butt.
So then I just got an ear for how you fill that gap with a drummer, right?
Right, because like certain parts of your hand drum count for like the bass and the tom and the snare.
And it's all about tone. Like hand drum, you don't have a stick, and it's not about, it's rim shots, and it's all like muting the drum here and then leaving it open here, and then, you push it down, you can change the tone of it.
Yeah.
You learn all that flashy stuff kind of later on.
So when did you start playing with American Lion?
2000. It's funny because the first album still, I would count that as probably one of my biggest achievements is that first album. You know what I mean?
Mammoth?
Yeah, Mammoth. I mean, you can ask Matt. Mammoth is a standalone album.
It's fucking so good.
That album is still, to me, it's one of the best things.
Had gasoline on it.
Yeah. We Die, We Kill.
Oh, my God. That was such a great album.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. That's a come on. Get himself a come on.
Come on.
Yeah.
Eastwood had written this new. So during all these years that I'm gone, so I'm in Denver for almost 6 years. I'm gone from basically the end of college.
And you went to Minnesota for a while after Denver too, right?
After Denver, yeah.
Yeah.
But from like 2000 into college, 2003 to 2009, I'm in Denver the whole time.
Right.
So me and Eastwood stay in touch every day. We basically talk on the phone every week. We're still, super tight. And anytime he's working on a new project, even with his new musicians, he sends me a copy, sees what I think,
Mm-hmm.
I think I even put some percussion on something when I came home a few times.
Yep.
But long story short, flash forward to 2011, basically, and he tells me he's written this whole concept, basically, of an album. Like, I've written all these new songs. I need a drummer. Don't have a drummer here. My mother had just passed away recently. He's like, why don't you just buy a fucking drum kit? He's like, learn how to play the songs. Come here and record it in a weekend. And I'm like, shit, man, I haven't touched a drum kit in like years, right? And like I just said, I wasn't very good. Like I'm in the pocket. I can play some blues. That's about it. So I came home and we're talking about bare bones, like recording a demo.
Yeah.
I barely even knew what the songs were. And he laid down all the scratch tracks, just a guitar, like in your cans.
Yeah.
And he would sing like the nice little harmony real low. And he's like, that's what it's going to sound like later. And I'm sitting there just beating the shit out of this kit to what became the whole thing in Mammoth. I did all those songs in about less than 48 hours.
Holy shit.
Drove 12 hours from Minnesota down here to do it, turned right back in the car, drove 12 hours north back, and then it's months later till Mammoth is released. He did all the wizardry behind the board. He put all the other instrumentation on there.
He's a fucking wizard.
Yeah, he is a wizard. And
looks like a wizard too.
He does look like a wizard.
So for the people that don't know, how do they find that? How can they listen to that?
You know what? I don't think now digitally it used to be available, Amazon, iTunes, all that stuff. I was involved in the initial release of that digitally.
I'll look.
Right, distribution. But I don't think Matt can pull it up. But I don't think unless you get a hold of Eastwood, you'd have to get a hard copy. I think now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
that rare shit.
There's stuff on YouTube.
There is stuff on YouTube.
Yep.
That's
it's
true.
not on Spotify.
Okay.
I can see that.
It used to be, yeah. I think originally.
But if you can find any American Lion stuff on YouTube, I highly recommend it.
Yeah. So you could always just search for Eastwood Frisch, anybody that's out there, and look up,
Oh, yeah.
Also, you guys should look up Die Real Dead.
Die Real Dead. That's a whole side project we have.
We got to talk about that later.
Yeah.
'Cause that is one of the funniest things.
So American Lion is then me moving back. Winter 2012, we had a show in Memphis on Beale Street within like 2 months of me moving back home.
Oh, hell.
So we moved back, and now he's already got a band. And this time that it took him to release that, and I'm back in Minnesota, he's got Jake, he's got Kyle. Yeah. He's got Sour Cream that's playing horns here and there.
Sour Cream. That's a hell of a nickname.
And when I moved back, our very first show, if you look at like the footage, some of it's on Facebook, and the pictures of that night, we played Beale Street, right?
Yeah.
And I just took congas. So the stuff I wrote drums for, recorded drums for, Kyle played, because I didn't remember, like, I hadn't rehearsed with the band in time for the Beale Street show. So he's like, you can just add congas. And I'm like, well, there's no congas on the album, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he had faith in me. I got to give him credit. He's like, he knew I wouldn't muddy it up. And then we played the live show, and he's like, oh, I think this. Then his brain went a different way with it. Like, from the future of American Lion, from then on, basically, it was, you're going to drum a certain songs that is your skill set and you're really good at. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to start adding keys. So the stuff that he played keys on the album, he's like, I'm going to teach Kyle. Kyle can play keys. And then all the albums afterwards was Kyle playing keys and me switching off to it. So we had two drummers that just kind of rotation.
Well, hell yeah.
Live shows, which also makes it fun, obviously, for the crowd and shit.
Well, it's fun now.
Yeah.
Having you on board. I mean.
Oh, yeah.
It's like when you come up, it's like, God dang. It's like breath of frickin' fresh air.
Well, ask anybody I've ever been a bandit. I'm not the most technical guy around. You know what I mean?
But Tim's got like this.
I'm a
bag.
Muppet.
He's got this bag that he carries with him, and it's got all kinds of shit in it. It's got like maracas and you know.
Oh yeah,
friggin' American flag capes.
Yeah, he's got a cape. He's got American flag pants.
Yeah,
and he's got a tambourine in there. He's
Remember
got
that?
egg shakers. You never know what the hell he's gonna grab and jump out in front of the stage and start shaking with it. You know, he might be out there and just fucking thong doing his thing.
possible.
Hell yeah.
We played Black Sheep over at that was. And you were all decked out, dude. You were
I decked
rocking.
out. And that's one of those crowds we were talking about. Like you showed,
There's nobody there.
really no one there.
No.
And I'm playing that thing like it's Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
I know,
and
and that's the thing that I
We
love
played-
about it.
We played at Lamasco's, and I got hammered and jumped off the
God.
stage.
I was like, it was time to go when he took his shirt off and goes,
Look at that.
I don't even remember taking my shirt off at all.
Yeah.
Everything from the last set, I'm blacked out.
oh, dude, I've been that way. I was pretty happy.
It was like, I like AC/DC okay, but I don't get like super pumped up about AC/DC. But Jessica was like, man, you flipped out when you started playing. What was even the song? What was it?
Fucking shoot to thrill.
No, it wasn't.
what the hell, dude? I should know this. How many times we play it all the time?
Yeah. Anyway, I just fucking jumped off the stage, started playing in front of a bunch of.
I can hear it.
We showed Evansville what was up.
Oh, for
that
sure.
night.
Hey,
Like,
we got to call. We got to call back.
Yeah,
So,
they want us.
Hey,
They actually
you're welcome.
They actually want us back sometime this year, and I told her we'll talk about it, which we'll talk about later.
Right.
But it's like, dude, I mean, what do you do?
She's probably gonna listen to this. She's
What
like,
the
I
heck do you
never
do?"
fucking said that.
Oh, she did.
Never said that. Lying motherfuckers are trying to get people to listen to their podcast thinking there's somebody.
She's right now in her phone going, delete, Pez, delete. Anybody with Matt Lennon, delete.
I know.
Ain't nobody got my phone.
I've got a Muppets number, delete.
See, we got to find out the right time, though. And that's the hard part of it. People are like been booking ever since. And, hats off to you that's been booking. But there's just something about it. Like, it's like
Well, yeah, we're not back yet.
my dad, he's got like a black lung.
Mm-hmm.
And when Lori got it, man, it was like he was like staying away.
Locked
and he
out.
says, I'm done, son, if I get this shit.
Right.
And he is.
There's a lot of people like that.
Yeah. So I just, whenever it's time to come back, we come back. But man, I'm not pushing it.
No.
We got time, and it's just not, we can learn new shit. That's all at our library.
Yeah.
So Tim, what'd you go to college for, man?
Kinesiology.
And I was telling these guys last week,
Yeah.
like, because I remember the first time I met you, like
I know where this is going.
because it like played a trick on my own brain because I know what telekinesis is, but when you said kinesiology, I've never fucking heard that term before ever in my life. I'm like, this motherfucker can move shit with his mind.
He's not making this shit up either. The look in his eye, like when I said it, he like paused, like a step back, like looking right in the eye, like kinesiology. And he's like, "What the?"
I had the fucking hungry eyes, like
Yeah,
a
like-
fucking Roadhouse man, just
Like
fucking
kinda-
wizard. What did you say?
Like kind of nodding his head, like,
Are you gonna make
Cool.
my fingers play Stairway to Heaven? I don't even know what's going on with my face. Are you making me smile?
he's like, "I thought that was just shit they talked about on the History Channel late at night. It's
No.
real," and I'm like, "It's real."
No, what is kinesiology? People, I mean, no, I didn't know what it was, so I imagine a ton of people because I'm I'm not really that smart. So, but anyway, explain what it exactly
Notice
it
the
is.
pause. We're all like, "Yeah, no, you're super smart, man."
No, I'm,
right up
I'm
there.
really not.
Those CDLs, you're smart.
It's exercise science is the easiest way to say it. So like in fact, I think either it was, this goes to show you how much I know alumni. Sorry, Eastern Illinois University, if you're watching, my bad. It used to be the department was kinesiology, then it turned exercise science, or now the degree it's the other way around. It was exercise science, then they call it it's the same thing. So
It just sounds really awesome when you say that.
doesn't it? Yeah,
It's like, whoa.
And that's why I wanted to say it. In fact, I wanted
blow
to
his freaking
Yeah.
gourd.
I was probably 80 beers deep.
Yeah, that's true. Exercise science.
How many
So,
years was that?
5 years to get my master's.
God dang, dude.
So you have your master's in kinesiology? That sounds even fucking cooler.
Yeah,
That's
see?
how you need to say it.
He's
That's
about
right.
to make your fucking monitor float.
Yeah, he sounds
Just
like
saying.
he sounds like he's a Jedi.
He's a fucking Jedi of the
I
human
have
body.
my master's in kinesiology.
I'm like, and you'll forget everything I said. And he's like, I'll forget everything you said. I'm like, yeah, correct.
It's not a baby guitar. It's a ukulele.
Yeah, that's right. If I hear anybody say drum circle, you'll pass out and fall asleep. Yeah, so it's exercise science. You can go a bunch of different ways with that degree. You know, you can get into physical therapy, athletic. A lot of people take it that I went to school with went on to try to be athletic trainers for professional teams or college teams or. Yeah. I just became a personal trainer. I was originally going to do cardiac rehab first and work with cardiac patients, right? So you work with like phase 2 and you do the exercise portion of their rehab.
Yeah, my mom went through that.
Yeah.
She had a heart attack.
It's common in almost every hospital now, at least to some level.
Could you still do something like that?
Yeah, the problem is I kind of dropped that. I dropped a few of those classes. I'd probably have to take a couple of those classes back because I dropped.
So you got something to fall back on.
Yeah, because it wasn't. You could do a concentration in that, right? And
Right.
then so like this is your degree, but your concentration's in this. I dropped some of those extra classes because the minute I got into the clinical setting, I hated it. Like, and my advisor to this day will probably be like, "Oh, I remember Tim Hall. Yeah, he's the one that came and said I'm done with this." And you're like, she's like, "You're the only one in the whole program that doesn't want to do it now." I'm like, "Yeah, but you still got to give me the degree and, you know, exercise science." And she's like, "Technically, yes, but we wanted you to do cardiac rehab."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, that's not for me." Like, I was like, I don't want to be in that clinical setting at all. Like, it was too, for me, I'm a people person. I get attached to people too easy.
Yeah.
And I was like, so wait a minute. And they tell you right up front, like that first week, there was nurses that are like, so
These motherfuckers die.
yeah. You're going to run into most of the people you work with might not even make it through this section of the rehab. And you're like, so wait a minute. So like day to day, you don't know if like David's going to show back up to get on his exercise bike. She's like, yeah, you have to become used to it. It's, you know, it's very clinical. And I'm like, oh, no. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'd rather just work with the general population.
So has anything like, so you go to houses, right?
Yeah, so now I'm just, I run my own business, and I just, I'm the only mobile personal trainer in Jefferson County that I know of anyway.
So it's called Train with Tim, right?
Yeah.
Training.
What would you do, like, if you had some people, like, say, if you had, like, 10 people you could train in Carmi, would you be willing to travel to Carmi to train?
Yeah, if I could make it worth the time to come over. Like, I can't do it for, like, 2 people. I probably can't even do it for 3.
Well, you know, can move in with me. You know what I mean?
Just become your personal trainer?
Yeah.
You know what kind of training he wants.
Oh, God, you sick motherfucker.
Stretching.
He probably wants some of that. Come on, stretching. Hey.
Yeah, sweating out yesterday's sins, brother.
That's right, brother. I need Tim over here because I'm sweating out yesterday.
You wasn't expecting that one, were you?
Nope, I about choked.
I was waiting on you to take a drink so that I could hit that button.
You got me on the drop.
The story
trick, sir.
So has anything ever happened? Like, I mean, you probably can't really tell.
Oh,
but
go ahead.
have
I've
you-
got personal training stories for years.
Have you like had like, you know, like oh, I'm sorry, just passed a little gas.
Oh shit.
Oh God.
Shit, I farted on him a few times.
I feel like you gotta like farts if you get into that kind of business.
Dude, you gotta laugh.
Motherfucker has worked me over like a fucking Barbie doll, man.
Man, how deep do I want to go with these stories? This is a whole different podcast.
Just give us some snippets.
So I started in Denver in 2003. Like straight out of college, I graduated in July. In September, I had my very first client.
Yeah.
And then I ended up becoming a general manager of the place, Fitness for Life, formerly Fitness for Life. Then it became Fitness Together, which is a really cheesy name if you guys think about it.
Fitness Together.
Hey,
Fitness together.
it's fitting us together. Our
like
head
it.
trainer, Tim, and I'm like, hello.
Jazzercise.
Who loves kinesiology? Guilty. So backtrack. Yeah, I take my first client in like September 2003, and I worked there till I moved out of there in July 2009. So 6 years at that place, and It's all one-on-one. I've never had to work in like the box gym, right? So like Gold's Gym, 24-hour fitness. I got groomed to be a one-on-one trainer at that first job, basically.
God dang, dude.
And then I moved to Minneapolis. I worked for Steel Fitness.
That sounds like rough.
Yeah, I'm gonna wash my mouth, but it's not rough, but it was high dollar, like more of boutique style one-on-one personal training. I think I can say this
Boutique
online. Yeah, sessions were not cheap, right?
Yeah.
Upwards of $100 an hour for sure.
Ooh.
I made, with a master's degree, I made about $15 of that.
Oh my
Really?
gosh,
That's
dude.
hot garbage.
Yeah, real hot garbage. So you see why now I have my own business, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that was the
man.
last time I decided then, I was like, I'm not going to work for people anymore. I could probably do this. Because they did in-home. That's the first place I'd ever worked at or ever done.
And you still only got 15 an hour?
Yeah.
Do in-home?
Yeah.
That's your time.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
nuts,
fuck
dude.
that.
And you had to be, the more available you are, like, you're not going to make money unless you're available, right? Which means you need to be there a lot. But if you're there a lot and you don't have session, like, you're not making money, it's a mess.
So I may have been really far gone when I remember this story, and I may be believing it in my own head. Didn't you train like Minnesota Timberwolves cheerleaders?
Oh, the dancers, yeah, the dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How hard was that?
How was that?
How
Getting
hard was
stories
how
on-
hard was that?
Was it rough work?
It was real rough. And if you guys excuse me for a second, I said I wouldn't tear up. I said I wouldn't cry on this podcast.
Was
but
that the
God,
pinnacle of your life? I feel like it would have.
The Timberwolf girls.
How?
Shout out, girls.
Good listening.
Coach Panther, by the way.
Shout out to
Literally, there's a couple girls call me Coach Panther. Let's not get into why, but I had a mad crush on one of those dancers too. Jesus,
Is that like the Sex Panther from fucking? Did you open up the box?
It was basically a joke of like, you know how there's female cougars, right?
Yeah.
We all know. I was like, why is there not a male term? And I was like, because I'm that guy. I'm like, just so you know, a couple of you girls, like and they're like, yeah, you need a name too.
Panther.
You're not really a cougar. And I'm like, I'm a Panther though. That's where I went to school. Eastern Illinois Panthers.
Oh yeah.
So how was that?
That wasn't tough. That wasn't a tough thing. It was super cool.
How the heck
and
did you
those
get hooked
girls
up with a job like that? Know somebody?
that came through Steel Fitness. Like that, they had like a contract with Steel Fitness.
God dang, man.
Yeah. So we would sometimes week to week, you didn't know. You worked with them one-on-one,
Yeah.
right? But then you also did group sessions with all of them. And that sounds cooler than it is, but it's still pretty cool.
I mean, visualize the attack.
Yes. Coach Panther, it was always honed in. You know what I mean?
I'm harder than a rock right now thinking about it.
The best way to put it is I was focused. You know, what I mean?
majorly.
Hyper focused for those
my
sessions.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know what you were focused on, but it wasn't training. I can tell you fucking that right now.
Gosh, dude, that's amazing.
I did a good job of hiding it. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Got to though. I mean, if you
Yeah.
want to be professional about it.
Yeah, you have
But
to. and-
but to the question of like, you know, what can I divulge? Training stories, some shit, dude. I've seen it. Literally, I've seen it all. Like if you imagine any one-on-one job, so nurse that goes to house, like in-home nurse to in-home caretaker to nanny to.
Yeah.
So I didn't mention I used to house sit for my clients too. So a lot of my clients, I used to be their house sitter, right?
like
And that's a common thing in the city. Like if you
you
family member or a friend that you have that these people go to travel for a week, right?
Right.
They're leaving the country. Like let's say it's their yearly vacation.
Yeah.
Well, they have pets. So instead of boarding their pets, a lot of people want to keep their pets home.
Yeah.
Penny, your dog
Oh,
would be
for
more
sure.
comfortable right in the house than outside of the house.
Well, she's got anxiety.
Right.
I
Lots
love that
and
dog.
lots or like special needs and diets, right? So
Yeah.
your clients, it becomes a launching point. It's like a perfect thing. Like people get to know you one-on-one enough to trust you with their health and fitness.
Yeah.
So then it just kind of segues into, hey, have you ever house sit before? And I'm like, coming from the country in McLeansboro, I'm like, now, you mean sit on the house?
How tall is your house?
Well, what was the old saying in
Scared of
McLeansboro?
heights.
And how long do I have to actually sit there?
Remember in high school, Tim, in McLeansboro, at McLeansboro High, they taught us it was not just 2 + 2. It's 2 + 2 equals, what was it?
Go ahead.
Chair.
Yeah, sure.
What's 2 + 2 mean, man? Chair.
Chair.
Oh my gosh, what grade
Chair?
was that?
Chair.
like what you're sitting on?
A
4
chair.
legs.
Hey, what's 2 + 2? Chair. Good enough.
Oh my
Jesus.
gosh.
Because there's 4 legs on a
Are
chair.
you, are
I
you
like that he says, good enough.
Oh, now I get it.
Yeah, that's redneck ingenuity.
So when someone asks you that for the first time, you're like, yeah, I mean, and they're like, well, I'll pay you. And you're like, wait a minute. Now you pay me to sit on the house? And you want me to sit on the dog. And she's like, no. Just watch the dog
Don't
sit on
sit
the
on
house.
So you stayed at
Get
these
paid.
people's houses.
Yeah, there's quite a few people that I was really good friends with. So like it becomes, your friend, not only their trainer, you're their friend. I took a couple bartending jobs at house parties, like for clients. But along the way, you see everything.
What was the craziest thing you've ever seen? What's the craziest thing you have
That you can
blown
tell.
your mind that you're like, what the hell was that?
Without
ruining
ruining
your reputation.
Without ruining. Okay, well that's easy then. If my reputation's, we won't even touch that. Okay, I trained a girl once who may or may not have been high on something, who didn't have underwear on.
Oh my, what a shame.
Who was like 21 and I was like 23 at the time. And like you're in a gym, like we had.
You don't have to tell the story. I've already seen it before.
Yeah, right.
There's a website.
Is
you
that
can find
Casting
this on.
Couch?
Yeah. It's called Casting Couch. And your director is Tim. Hi.
Panther.
Welcome to Fitting Us Together. That was pretty wild, like that whole session, because like not only unprofessionally, I was worried. Like I was like, this girl is wild. Like she was wild.
Yeah.
And I don't think it had anything to do with me. Like she showed up wild. I don't think she cared.
Straight out of the fucking jungle.
Yeah, like I don't think it mattered who she was training with, right? Or she was there with a different agenda. You know what I mean?
Oh my.
She'd watched too
But
many
you're
of those
training.
videos.
There was like, it was a full. I remember there was a bunch of sessions. Fitness Together had 5 rooms at the time, partitioned off. So everything was session based, which means at one time there might be 5 sessions going on. So like there were 6 PMs. There was 5 6 PMs going on.
Yeah.
So these other trainers they could be middle-aged, they could be 70. The person next to you could be very quiet and reserved in their room. But these aren't completely, they're semi-private, right? So I've got her in there like, oh God, I don't know what to do. And she's like, you do hands-on stretching, right? And you're like,
I used to.
yeah, I used to, but I don't know if I want to lose my job. But yeah. She's like, well, let's do that. I'm pretty much done. I'm worn out. And you're like, but yeah, I've seen some stuff.
Yeah, that's very unprofessional.
I'm sure you've seen my
stuff,
butt
right?
crack a few times.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Well,
He's my part-time chiropractor.
right. And I play in a band with you. I stand behind you.
Hell, I can see your butt crack right now.
That shirt, man.
Hey, these colors don't fucking run. Don't
They
you forget it,
I
Skylar.
tell you what.
But I've seen all kinds of stuff.
Colors don't run.
That's right.
I didn't time that one right. Sorry.
Yeah, that came from you, right? Was that was all you?
No, that was actually Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
Right when Ricky Bobby's about to get his fucking arm broke. Ricky
Break
Bobby,
it,
I told
Peppy.
you, these colors don't run. Don't you fucking, Pepe Le Pew.
Break it, Peppy.
That has to be the best, one of the best shows.
You talking about
I
them little
think.
flat pancakes?
Hold
See,
on.
wait, I got a story about
They're
that.
called crepes. I actually had to mess up them this morning.
Hell, I love crepes.
I used to work. I used to work offshore, and I worked in Louisiana. And this Cajun guy, dude, he was like straight up Cajun, and nothing against Cajun, but this guy was a little slow.
Come on, now.
This was my first trip.
He probably wasn't
offshore.
slow. He just had a slow dialect.
He was slow. He had like a little,
Did he have a
Well,
head? Did he have a
like
did
a
he have
mustache
a helmet on?
that was like
Did he have a
drawn
helmet
on.
Did he have a helmet?
No, he didn't
Well,
have a
then
helmet.
he
but
wasn't slow.
He takes that. We're sitting there watching Talladega Nights right on the boat together, and at the end where Will Ferrell and that somebody they
John
kiss.
C. Riley.
Oh,
No.
They kiss at
Sacha
the
Baron
end.
Cohen.
Yeah.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
It's so funny.
This jackass takes that. He said, "Oh hell, oh hell!" He hits eject. He said, "Screw that shit, that gay shit," and he throws it on the ground. He said, I'm like, dude, I want that movie. What are you doing? He said, hell no, and he breaks it. I'm like, dude, come on, man, and quit being so goddamn homophobic.
What's the Sacha Baron Cohen movie where it's super, super flamboyant?
Borat.
No, not Borat. No.
much.
Oh, you know what I'm
When he
talking
plays.
Yeah. I got
what's the
through
name of
10 minutes of that movie.
I love it.
It's
Bruno.
Bruno.
That's it.
Hello.
It's so funny. Dude, he is an amazing actor.
He's so
he
funny.
is.
Have you seen the new Borat?
Yes,
Oh, it's
it's
really good.
fucking great.
Yeah.
I took a girl on a first date to a Borat movie.
Mike Pence,
stupid.
I have your lady.
I was stupid. I took her to a first date to a Borat movie, and all you see is Pecker.
That's a bad move. Because
didn't think that one through.
How did she feel when she seen your vagina?
There was not a second date. I will tell you that.
I was about to say that's a strong first date move.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking on that one.
So what's your guys' best favorite quote from any movie? Like, what is the favorite? One of mine.
God, that's too many. I don't know.
One of mine is from Billy Madison, where he's, they're doing the competition, and they're all up there, and he's like, answer this question. He goes on this big long spiel, and he's like, what you said had nothing to do with what you're talking about. In no way, shape, or form, this had anything to do with anything that was going on. And everybody in this room is dumber from hearing what you said. May God have mercy on your soul. It was something like that.
Half the shit you say, Lennon's like that.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I'm a professional retard.
I'm such an Anchorman fan that I might have to go with Brian Fantana when he says, 60% of the time, it works every time.
Yeah.
And Burgundy goes, I don't think that makes any sense. That doesn't make any sense at all.
He's the worst one.
That's the most quotable movie ever, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
smells like Bigfoot's dick.
I saw a meme the other day, which is funny that it was a meme. It said before memes, all it was just a bunch of dudes yelling Anchorman quotes at each other.
It's so true.
It is. Yeah. Rick, you killed him with a trident. I mean, fuck.
I've been meaning to talk to you about that, Brick. You might want to go into hiding.
Where did you find a hand grenade?
That sounded just like Dude, I was obsessed with Anchorman when it first came out. In fact, if any of my clients watching this, hi everybody, I'm still alive. From Denver, I was 23 when that came out. I couldn't stop quoting that.
Oh, it was so great.
It is.
I just took on Ron Burgundy's persona half the time I was training these people.
It's like you hear all the old timers talking about like Caddyshack, and movies like that. That is our cult classics.
Oh my God, yeah,
sure. Anchorman, Step Brothers.
Why don't you go back to Whore Island where you belong?
Great Odin's ravens.
By the beard of Zeus.
I will say they screwed up with Anchorman too, though.
Yes, there was funny parts.
I still liked it though.
Yeah.
It gets a lot of hate.
Too.
It gets a lot of hate.
Yeah.
But it's still fun.
It's still fun.
Yeah. Dumb and Dumber 2 was horrible.
Ooh.
Too. I think they need to stop.
That's one you just gotta.
Yeah. The first one was great.
It was
some of those I think just the way they're written, you just don't touch them.
You don't.
Dumb and Dumber
get done and walk away.
Is awkward enough as itself. Like there's no story to make us.
No, there's no second part to that.
No, that's it.
Oh, and then they did another one after that too, right?
Yeah,
Then Dumber, Two Dumber,
That's
Dumber, and it wasn't even the same people.
No.
You can't fucking do that movie without Jim Carrey. Who's the other guy?
Jeff
Daniels.
Jeff Daniels.
Yeah.
You can't.
You know that's
It's
Hollywood
like
execs,
It's
though,
like
right?
Rocky
It
without
is, and there's a
Stallone.
formula to it.
Of course.
And my brother-in-law, he told me about how it is. It's like streaming and all this stuff has ruined movies.
Well,
Straight up.
it's like the squirrels. The big squirrels get all the nuts first, and there's all those nuts left over, and they're gonna keep trying to get all the nuts.
Original
till
shit.
It's all gone.
Executives won't touch this original shit.
Well, there's too many, right? There's too many cooks in the kitchen. So used to you
Yeah, you're right.
execs were like, who wrote the script? Oh, that's a writer. Like,
Yeah.
that's certain gold, right? Even if it only appeals to a certain crowd, we probably can budget this.
Mm-hmm.
Then it becomes all the execs want their piece of the pie. Well, we think, I'm back in this movie.
Yeah.
What if that was an ape in there instead of his brother? Right? And the writer's like, what the So you just have too many people's opinions, right?
Well, it's just like one of my favorite South Park episodes. The only way that people write movies is the big manatees in the pool, and they hit gumballs. And anytime a gumball comes out, they open it up and they see what movie they're going to redo.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Because, I mean, if you think about it, Dumb and Dumber, any of the franchise, if you don't have Jim Carrey, right, all of us diehards are like, it's not Dumb and Dumber. But some exec was like, well, we'll use the name.
Hey, and a bunch of
it'll sell.
and a bunch of us dumb motherfuckers will go watch it.
Yeah,
That's true.
There's a
And
lot of people.
That's true.
man.
There's true.
crazy.
There's a lot of people that bite.
Well, what do you think we take about a 5-minute break? What do you think?
Let's take a 5-minute break and I'll get a shot of
Come
on.
Come on.
Come on.
Welcome back to Rockin' Bubbies. We're sitting here with Tim Hall.
Now that sounds good. That sounds sexy, yo.
You like that?
Yeah, that's
I
nice.
am really hard.
So Tim, tell me about what's your favorite movie of all time?
Name one off the top. Just favorite movie of all time.
Favorite movie of all time.
Give me just bear with me.
Take all the time you need, right?
There's so many. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is up there.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
that's right up there.
Really?
Yeah.
See, my favorite is Shawshank Redemption.
That's on the list. That's got to be
Good Will Hunting.
Ooh,
That's
one of my
yours?
top 5.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah,
Will
I
Hunting.
love that movie. What was the movie that you almost cried over, Pez?
Yeah,
Come on, let's talk about that.
I mean, you cry at movies, don't you?
I have
I
actually
tear up, dude.
never. Okay, as I
Quit
get
acting
older,
like you're
and
such
my
a hard ass with a beard.
Okay, my testosterone's a little low right now. So the other day when I was watching a movie about football, I got a little upset.
Okay, which movie?
I don't remember what it was.
Oh, was it that one dude that's got the glasses?
No, I think
Radio?
I think it was Brian's song.
We Are the Titans.
Radio sad.
We are Titans.
Oh no,
Titans.
remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans.
Hey, remember the Titans fucked me up, man.
That's
It
Denzel,
fucked
that's
me
Denzel,
up.
right?
What do you mean?
What do you mean it fucked you up?
Dude, are you serious? The racial conflict that was in the middle of that
I mean, it
song?
was a good
Oh
flick,
my
dude.
God. I remember watching that in social studies. As senior.
We did too, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, don't let my friends see this shit.
I've cried at
I teared up in the movie theater on Fast and Furious like 6 or something.
Oh my God.
6? With Paul Walker or something.
I will walk out of the studio.
You went.
It
It took you 6
can't
of
be
those
friends
shitty
no
movies
more.
to cry over.
Yeah.
It's when Paul Walker died, man. It was sad, dude.
But he
That
didn't
was
die
sad.
in the movie.
I know, but they were remembering him.
It's
and
all the
shit.
same thing. They drive real fast and have a job to do. It's the same thing. It's
I love how they said that once this is 6 is the last one. We don't want to milk this. And what are they at now? 10.
Yeah.
They're going to
fuck them.
space.
Yeah.
Idiots.
We wouldn't dare milk this for
I
all
did-
it's worth,
Hey.
but we will.
I did go see Paul Walker's where he died.
Oh,
Like
that's
we were,
how-
we were over there.
What
Yeah.
was
That's
the name?
dark. That's dark.
What plates did you have on that car, Pez?
What?
What'd you have? You had a car, right? You had a Fast
Are
and
you
Furious.
going to talk about my Mustang?
You had a Fast and Furious.
What
didn't you?
year Mustang?
2006.
What model was?
It was a Boss Shinoda. And not to shit on, I really liked it. I really dug the car club and all that stuff. But a lot of car clubs, and not to shit on the car people, but I'm just not the type to say, hey, look at me. Look what I bought. Look at this. Isn't this cool?
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Yeah,
So
except
it's
for your
like-
non-prescription glasses.
All right. Now you're shitting on the wrong
there's-
bed, Lennon.
Hey, shots fired.
These
shots
are
fired.
prescription, everyone.
come
They're
here.
prescription. They are God, you are shooting ammo at me.
Welcome to the podcast studio. There are shots fired.
Hey, you remember that time we did that trailer and you're like, oh, I forgot my glasses because I don't really fucking need them.
You motherfucker! I needed them. Okay, I needed them.
You need them to wipe the
I had a
cum out of
headache.
your eyes.
Oh
All
my
right,
god!
let me rein this back in. I've cried at movies.
You did?
You're a crier.
Oh, I'm a crier.
Yeah, I'm
For
a
sure.
crier when my old lady's mad at me.
Saving Private Ryan nailed me.
Yeah.
In the
Oh,
theater,
that's such a great movie.
in the theater with my mother. You
Oh,
guys,
man.
come on, man.
Well, I've cried to my mom before.
Well, I mean, I didn't put my head in her lap or anything.
No,
You know
I
what
mean that's not. I never did. That
I mean, there'll
either.
be movies that catch me,
Yeah, me neither. I
that
mean,
like touch the heart, and I'm like
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of tearing, like,
$1 Million Baby.
and then I'll look
I've
over.
never seen that one.
What?
No, I didn't. I'm a fucking movie nut.
She dies.
Yeah,
She dies
Dick.
terribly.
There's like a rule though, ain't there? Like
Like the
after
gayest way possible, though. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
Well, but with one of the
Yeah.
strongest male actors in American
oh
history,
yeah,
Clint.
for sure.
right? Spoiler alert: 3, 2. If you haven't watched, I mean, come on.
If you haven't watched $1 Million Baby,
well,
by now,
hey,
you're
we're
wrong.
going
Yeah.
on year 10.
Here you go. Trainer Tim has something. If you haven't watched $1 Million Baby in 2021, go fuck yourself.
What?
He takes the pillow to the face, man.
Who?
Have you not seen it?
No,
Who takes a pillow?
And you
to the
haven't
face?
seen the movie?
I have not seen.
I've
it
seen
all.
$1 Million Baby where she dies and she falls. Her head falls on the bar stool.
That's not how
Or
she
the stool.
dies.
She broke her neck then.
That she broke her
Oh,
neck.
she broke her neck, and then Clint did
And
it.
then he
And
fucking chokes
Clint
her out with
ended
that
her.
pillow.
So America's, roughest, get off of my lawn. Like this guy
yeah.
goes in there with an invalid, right? And just jank. Oh, come on, man. You ain't got a soul if you didn't at least go like,
That's tough.
that's a little bit much. A little bit much.
I'll be tearing up watching a movie. I'll look over at Lori and I'll be like,
Stone Cold.
did that get you? She'll be like, No, because you're a pussy.
She looks at you like that all the time.
Yeah, I know.
It's kind of like you said, a Borat is your first date, right? It's good. It's good. It's a good gauge to probably not take a girl who you think is stone cold.
Yeah.
To like a real dramatic movie the first time because you're
Yeah.
sitting there like, and she's like, "You good?" And you're like, "No, I'm cool. I just
Got salt from the popcorn.
yeah, I think I sucked that Diet Cherry Mountain Dew down there wrong."
I'm gonna take this girl who's never been kissed. This is gonna go great.
I'm like,
I can't believe this shit.
I'm like, doesn't Code Red always make you choke up?
Oh man, I'm telling you.
And you look over and she's just looking at you like, yeah, that's one and done, bud.
Hey, Mountain Dew Code Red is
Game
spicy as hell.
over.
though.
It's spicy.
By
as
the
hell.
way, that shit will hit you different.
What will?
I do
Mountain
love
Dew
that.
Code Red,
I
that
do
shit.
love it.
I mean,
I will not lie.
That's why I brought it
I
up.
swear to
Skylar
God.
knows.
I would,
Remember, what we
Skylar
not gonna
knows.
lie about, Matt. What?
I will not lie. I do love Code Red.
I used to.
It's
back in the-
delicious.
It is Satan's drink.
Remember
Cold
Game
McCann.
Fuel? Game Fuel. Remember that when Halo came out?
That's
Oh, you
still
remember
out.
fucking Surge? Everybody loved Surge.
And when it
back
came
in the
back,
day.
dude.
Surge, but that one's almost too sweet. It's almost like it's like Mellow Yellow with extra oomph.
That's like shooting up Mountain Dew.
Yeah, well, but Mountain Dew's got a better flavor. Surge has got that.
Yeah, but everybody wanted.
I want to go
Surge.
back.
It's
Let's
a
go back.
taste of childhood for me.
I'm old though, so Nitro,
Oh, I remember Nitro.
I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
Nitro Cola,
Oh yeah.
straight up cola.
It was like a blue can, and it had that pop top on it.
and it
Is that
had
right?
and it tasted like a Pepsi pissed in your face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It sounded like when you opened it, it was about to fucking
Like an old-
explode.
Yeah. Like an old nasty porn star once you popped it.
Nitro.
And there's a warning on there. Like there was a warning.
You
So
will
as a
lose
kid,
an
you're like-
eye.
your kid, you're like, ooh. My older friend got me a Nitro from Hooks, you guys.
Fucking with some chicken gizzards.
I'm gonna go so fast.
fast, bro. We're gonna walk the tracks and eat ruffles.
Study hall is gonna be like totally lit. AF. Except no one said that back then.
No, at all. No.
Do you have any guilty like pleasures as far as like you don't want any people to know, and the best place to say your guilty pleasures is on a podcast? As far as music wise, who's your guilty pleasure as far as like listening to music?
Ooh, that's a good question. Guilty pleasure music wise.
I'm really interested to hear this because I have a few.
Well, there's one, but I think in between musicians, this won't be that big of a stretch, especially in this band that I'm in with you guys. Hall & Oates, man, come on.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, we play-
Hall Notes is sick.
We play Hall & Oates, but we rock it out.
The next podcast, I will wear my fucking Hall & Oates shirt.
Okay.
And
But I think
You're on the
pretty-
record now.
But,
Man-
but here's the
man-eater.
thing: to people outside of the know, I think that probably sounds. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
there's a lot of people would be like, "Oh my god, adult like anything adult contemporary considered adult contemporary
Yeah.
would be like." Oh.
just like 3 weeks ago, me and Joe Simpson were hammered drunk in his kitchen dancing the Hall & Oates.
Yeah,
Like, not with each other.
To man eater.
No, yeah, to everything, you know. Smile, won't you smile a while for me?
Can
You
I
know?
just say that sounded like the most redneck sentence I've heard all
Yes.
day?
Me and Joe Simpson were hammered drunk, dancing Hall Notes.
I loved it.
Is that I have to practice that night?
Yeah. We're learning some new stuff. But what's your
What's mine?
go ahead.
Wait, you never answered your question. Oh,
Well,
yeah,
I
you did. Hold
I
on.
said I mean,
What's yours?
Man,
Be honest,
I-
Lennon, because I know what it is. You
no,
jackwagon.
dude, I love Incubus.
Oh,
I love
you
Incubus.
I
fucking.
fucking love Incubus.
My DUI
That's
in
not even a
2007
guilty
was
pleasure,
because of
dude.
Incubus.
Yeah, I've been to 6 Incubus concerts.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
How is that a guilty pleasure? Let's get real, Lennon. Be
Oh.
honest with yourself, okay?
While you're thinking,
Like a deep guilty, like
Yeah, yeah.
real
Be
deep. Like I don't
honest
want
with yourself.
anybody to
I can
know.
name a song. Can we come back real quick? You think for a second.
I
will
he
name
knows,
it. I will
and
name
I know
a,
what it is.
I'll name a song at least.
Let me
Yeah.
look. Let me
Fine,
look through
I'm
my
gonna say it.
Spotify real quick.
I know what it is. You want me to tell you what your guilty pleasure is? Because
Oh,
I know it.
The first Creed album.
Hey,
Oh.
hey now.
The first one.
Hey
The
now.
first one.
It's about as guilty as it gets.
That was mine. I was gonna say
Yeah.
Creed's mine. 100%.
The first
Oh,
one.
yeah.
The first one. Anything after that was dog shit. But Mark Treminati is one of the baddest fucking guitar players alive.
Of course. Scott's
did he say
a
that?
dick.
My own fucking prison is
Yes.
one of the hardest songs
Yeah,
to
you-
date. dude.
my.
That's a slammer. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
That's one of those
when
ones.
when I was in high school,
It's real guilty pleasure.
when I was
right
in
there.
hot in here.
when I was in high school back in 2000, 99, 2000. Anytime Creed came on, everybody was naked. I was just kidding.
I mean, I can get behind that statement.
No, I mean, like that first album was. It's not. It was really fucking good.
It was,
but
good.
Everything after that was just a shit
Awful.
show.
Yeah.
It was a shit show.
Well, I'll tell you mine,
Go for it.
and it is their first album. Or
Nickelback.
maybe, yeah.
Just go for it.
I said it.
You said Nickel?
I agree with you there too. Nickelback's first album was the
Maybe
best
it wasn't.
one they
Silver
ever
Side
made.
Up. Silver Side Up was a damn good album. The last song on that album is so awesome.
Pez, I'm finding out a lot of things tonight.
Figured
At
you
least
out.
I
Is
didn't
that-
say Celine Dion or Yanni or some
Hey,
shit.
if anybody,
You know what?
anybody
Hey,
knows
man.
a conga player, we might need.
You
one.
might need a new one.
I know a guy that
Okay.
loves Yanni.
I'll give you a song. I'll give you a song at least.
Yeah.
Beautiful by Christina Aguilera.
Is it? You're beautiful. Is it,
Not that high.
That's a
though.
dude.
Yo,
I can't do it.
beautiful.
That is
that's
not.
First time I ever heard it,
That's
I was in the car, teared up. I'm kidding.
Oh.
Okay, I didn't cry. I didn't cry, but I was like, oh, that girl can sing. So she actually wrote something that she's not trying to use the whole scale. Right?
I know. What's up
Right?
with that, dude?
Because the girl, because the
but
girl
she
can sing.
actually is a really good singer.
She
Yeah.
is.
And I was like, that song. But in hindsight, guilty pleasure. I've heard it since, and you're like, well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
I mean,
not.
Well,
that
it's like
great.
going back and watching fucking movies that you haven't seen since you were a kid.
Yeah.
They don't hold up. A lot of them.
No, like
I'll tell you some of the music I listen to kind of holds up because I used to be a punk rocker.
well, hold on, punk rocker. Please explain your version of punk because your
That's true.
version and my version are
Pop
completely
punk.
different.
You like pop punk.
I was a pop punker, but
Exactly. I'm talking like Misfits.
listen, I was in 98,
Rancid.
dude. 98.
That's
when
punk.
I learned how to start playing guitar because
98 is not punk.
How old were you in '98?
12, 13.
Oh God.
I can already feel my titties getting bigger. Right
Listen,
Hey,
listen.
podcast world. And you guys, I swear, haven't drank that much, but it's got nauseous. Real nauseous.
But you know, I mean, whatever starts you into the music thing, that's
Yeah.
I hold them up there, and they suck live. I'm going to say that on the record. I don't care if they hear it. I mean, they suck.
Yeah.
But their albums were pretty good, and they were catchy. It was catchy. In MXPX, hell, I listen to them. I'm like, dude,
Who the fuck is that?
I don't even know who that is.
I know. I
it
know
was
who you're talking about.
Mike Herrera is a bass player,
I thought you were going to say Blink
and
182.
and I listen
be
to
honest.
a lot of.
Or some, what are the number is? Some 41? Or
some
I listen to some
some-
41 too. Don't hate on me because
some
you guys grew up. In
Avril
different-
Lavigne.
No, he was married to her. But
I just,
anyway, you know, whatever.
Wow,
You
look,
know,
at the, look at the time. I have. I forgot that you guys have got another podcast
Do you-
to be at.
Do you think that there is a line that's drawn and a hatred towards original artists, and you got your cover band artists? Because I would consider them artists too.
Oh yeah, there's a whole
Do you
distinction.
think they hate each other? I mean,
oh,
obviously
you mean
we're
in
sitting
between
here.
the two of them, or what the
You think there's
what
like
the public thinks about the two things?
you think
Like,
there's silent hatred between people that
Nah.
write original music and
I
people
think
that
there's people that go to bars to want to have a good time and
Yes.
don't give a fuck what you're playing as long as they can dance to it.
right.
And then I think there's the people out there that really critique everything you fucking do.
right?
And there's some people that will do both
Yes.
and that can pull it off really well.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I mean, the fact of the matter fucking is you can't make no money playing original shit. It's hard.
Well, yeah. I mean, having done both officially, like I can say gigging live in Southern Illinois, even right. So like in Southern Illinois, St. Louis area.
Yeah.
I shouldn't even say St. Louis. Barely made it there that far. But so where we're at, Midwest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a whole different. I think he's right. Like I think there's some people who obviously just are bar folk, right? Let's put it in quotations, right?
Ed
So
Hardy jeans.
whoever is here, it's Peasant and Dispenser. I don't care. Like, and it's Tim and the Snipers, right? Like.
People just want
It's
to hear
the
live music.
podcast 5, and they're here tonight. Like, if that's the night you're going to the bar and you go out to the bars all the time,
Yeah.
and you go out to the bars every Saturday night, and you're in a certain age group, then you could give two shits about who you are. You're the guitarist, the drummer, singer, doesn't matter, right?
Those are good.
Right.
Wow.
What do you think, Skylar?
Because they're gonna have a good time, right? So they just come in to have a good time. So if you don't play good music,
Yeah.
and it doesn't even matter, I don't think what it is. So if we play an AC/DC song or a pop punk song,
Yeah, but most motherfuckers will come up. Man, you know how many times we heard somebody say, "Play Mustang Sally"?
Oh my
of course,
Play that Mustang Salad, bub.
right?
Play
of
that
course.
Mustang Salad, bub.
Ask any musician around here, right?
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
I don't ever.
We
wanna
ain't
do
doing
that.
Mustang Sally. We ain't doing Wagon Wheel.
And I ain't doing
Right.
fucking Crazy Bitch. Don't. Hey, anybody out there that's listening right now, if you come to a peasant dispenser show,
P&D don't play no crazy bitch.
I will pee on you.
But
I'll pay for that.
And actually,
I do that song where you piss on
do.
somebody.
Some people do pay extra for peeing on.
I'll double down and pay with you.
I just
I'll
feel like
pay
there's
you
a
for that.
silent. Maybe I can.
There's just certain people. There's certain people that think that the only thing there is original music and that's it.
Yeah.
But guess
And
what?
that's fine.
Guess
Yeah.
what, motherfucker? My first 15 years of playing music was all about originals. You know how much money I made? Not a fucking lot.
Right.
I spent more on driving to the gigs than I did fucking
Right.
and yeah, we did get
But
free
you're-
beer.
But you're circling back to money.
Yeah.
My point is, even
Have fun.
outside of money,
Yeah.
there are some people I know. There's some friends I know, right? And I won't mention any names that are. I call them the audiophiles, right? Like they have such a good ear for music.
Yeah.
They'll show up and they'll give you your props if you're Peasant Dispensers and you play good cover songs,
Right.
Right?
I think they'll
Like
give you another star for playing the shit
Yes.
that not other cover bands
and,
play.
and there's
Those
just,
are the guys that come up to you and
Yeah.
have that little wink and nod. Like, you guys just had the balls to cover Hall & Oates and you crushed the melody. Like, they say that little tinge of the, like, they
Yeah.
actually paid attention to, like,
yeah.
I'm one of those guys.
right.
I saw
do that
you
all
on.
the time.
I saw you dancing in front
Yeah.
one night.
Right.
You were
If
looking
I
at
can
me,
hear,
eye
if
to
I
eye.
hear a cover, if I hear a band come in and play a song that I don't normally hear, like the non shook me all night longs and all that
Yeah.
shit. If I hear a band cover fucking Tool or something cool like that, that's when I get hyped up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's
Working
what
on
we're
that.
actually
And-
that's
okay,
what we're
and so-
trying to do.
So
Yeah.
my point is, too, though, so what if maybe the rest of the set, to his taste, is not that great, right?
Yeah.
So the
Right.
rest of the set is maybe 60% shit he's already heard,
Yeah.
but 40% was like, oh shit, but 10% hit him like
Yeah.
right in the fucking eardrum, and he's like, oh hell no, they covered the,
Yep.
they covered Hall & Oates, and then they went straight to the Pot by Tool. Get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here.
That's what I did when I lived in Nashville. That's
You-
what I did every fucking
See,
time.
you win those people over, and you might get a comeback
Yeah.
person to come to your next show when
Right.
you're in town.
Yeah.
My point is, there's the audiophiles who listen and say that shit, and then there's the people who are always going to be like, yeah, you guys were pretty good for a cover band.
Yeah, and most of the time, it's the motherfuckers that can't play an instrument
Right.
that are the ones judging the hardest.
Right.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And those moments, though, for like we were talking about, like playing live music, for me has always been, it's the moment on stage is all I care about, right? That's my
Yeah.
favorite drug in the entire world,
Oh, for sure.
right?
100%.
Question me, McLeansboro. My favorite drug
I'm sure there's many.
in the entire world is being on stage. And I call it a drug because you said it earlier.
is,
We're
Dude,
circling back.
It is. It is.
100%.
It's the best high you've ever had.
Ever.
I remember from the first fucking time I played like a Battle of the Bands or a Teen Center show.
Yeah.
Like even when I was a baby.
It's a thing.
Yeah, I've got VHSs of it back in the day. I mean, it's just it's crazy.
Yeah, it's
It
a
is.
thing.
That
It is.
that high from that will last me 3 or 4 days.
But just because you're a cover band, you're banking on, even if you had a packed night, right?
Yeah.
And everybody's on the dance floor, that's a win,
Well,
right? As a cover band.
the
But
reason-
if you get two of him, right? You get two of him that come up and say that one little thing, you're like, shit, we did all right.
Well, the reason why you do it is like even though like your heart is set on originally playing original stuff,
Yeah.
even though you're looking at it like if you can come in and play for this massive crowd, even though you're playing somebody else's tune, it's still a fucking great time because you're doing it and you're enjoying what you do.
yeah, you're just there to play.
Yeah,
No,
I'm there
for sure.
playing. I'm there playing music,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it
If I
doesn't.
did
It
this-
doesn't really matter what you're playing or who you're covering, as long as people are having a great time and you're getting a great reaction, you're gonna have a really good time. Like the last time we played at Black Sheep, man,
Right.
there was nobody there, and Brandon was like, "Dude, you look like you were having a terrible time." Well, there was fucking nobody there, dude.
Yeah.
And because we played on the 4th of July next to fucking Ren Lake.
Well, and
What
there's
do you know?
3 other shows going on. And
Yeah,
within a
I mean,
s-
And
20-mile
then
radius.
and then we're like, hey, let's do Let's do Corn Day.
Yeah.
Elks.
Well, you know what? That's the perfect time.
Screw COVID.
Those kind of shows are the perfect time to break out shit we never played.
Yeah. Oh, right. I agree.
Yep.
I agree. Yeah, and you know, it is what it is.
But I'm circling back. I guess to answer your question, I don't think it's necessarily like the musicians or that like draw those lines. I think it's usually just fans that draw those lines. I mean, I played in both, and I've never heard one or the other be like, "Oh, those guys," right? Like I can't believe that they played the same bar that we played because we play original, or vice versa.
And what they don't know is that, motherfucker, I've been playing original since before you ever started.
Well, I haven't. I will say that.
Well,
but
I have. I mean, that's what I'm not saying that. I'm not in a derogatory way. It's like a lot of people like, "Oh, Lennon, what have you been doing this whole time?" Not a whole lot, motherfucker. But anyway, I've been writing music this whole time.
But the point is, you're doing what you like to do, right?
Yeah. So it ain't none of your fucking business. So back the fuck off.
I think that sums up the whole answer.
Yeah,
right there.
Fuck yourself.
I don't. Hey,
excuse me. It's none of your business.
Hey, Skylar,
go fuck yourself.
Hey, Skylar.
Yes.
Fuck Walter.
Fuck Walter, dude. We just crossed universes there.
Yeah, that's a Sky's View.
Yeah, you guys gotta go check out the latest episode of Sky's View.
Yeah. It's
What's the name? What's the title?
I'm walking here.
I'm walking here.
Hey, I'm walking here.
AKA, my favorite part of it is fuck Walter. You gotta check it out. It's great.
Shout out Trevor Finn.
Yeah, Trevor Finn. I went to school with him. Crazy. Love it.
But I mean, I just don't care. I really don't care what anybody fucking thinks.
I don't either. But
I'm up there to have a good time, and I'm up there to give people a good time.
I guess I respect.
And you got those 5 dudes, and really, it's literally 5 out of 100 that are like, "Oh my god, I can't believe they played that song, guys." Did they?
Right.
But everybody else is dancing.
That's the thing, dude. It blows my gosh dang mind.
And you have those.
They want that Mustang Sally, bub, and I don't want to play that Mustang Sally.
I'm not going to do it, Pez.
I'm not going to do it either. Listen, I'm not going to do it either.
Hashtag come on.
There's got to be something else other than the Mustang Sally or the.
No, there's a whole generation of like request, and the people who they like that stuff because they know it. They know it by word, right? There's lots of people I know who aren't also into music very much, right? Like, you can't forget about those people who just show up to the bar
to hear the songs they know.
They just came to see their friend Bethany, right? Hey, Bethany. Oh, Jesus.
Shout out to Beth.
Oh, Jesus, Bethany.
Sweet Beth.
Right? So.
Don't even.
Their friend Folk. hey. Their friend Folk and Tommy's coming to the bar. I got to go to the bar. Hey. So, they come. They could give 2 shits. And if their friend goes to dance, they'll go dance.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
but
for sure. For sure.
They don't know the words to any song from any genre.
But if the beat's good.
Like, so every genre to them is just all background music. Their whole life, music is just background music.
Of course.
It's just something that's in a movie or something that's in their friend's car.
But is
like they knowingly don't ever just choose a CD.
Is that so hard? It's hard for me to fathom, though.
But there are a lot of them out there, man.
Because
a lot of them.
Yeah. Yeah, but for me, it's like.
Music is just... Whatever, I'm not really into music. Like, music is just music.
So it drives me crazy.
So, like, they don't have a strong opinion. Like, right now, all of what we're saying to them is, they're like, what do you...
Who cares?
Who cares? Like, I like whatever's good.
The Hills was really good. Did you see that episode of Kristen Cavalier?
Whatever makes...
Oh, my God.
The Hills?
Whatever makes me dance, right? So, like, whatever makes me dance.
Did you watch the last episode of The Bachelor? I mean...
And you're right, though. If you play original music, you're never going to get them on the dance floor.
So
generally speaking, you're not.
No, for sure.
Unless you play "Don't Stop Believing" by Journey.
You know what's really hard?
Everybody.
You know what's really
hard?
The
fucking bartender comes out for "Don't Stop Believing."
Fuck yeah!
Hey, we gotta go. Last call. Hold on, I gotta get out there. And Jeremy Pratch at the fucking Elks will come out to "Don't Stop Believing." He's like, "Fuck these motherfuckers." Shit, who's playing the keyboards on this sumbitch?
And why is there a conga player on Journey?
He's hitting that goddamn thing up there. What's that called? Oh, cowbell. He's hitting that sumbitch and cowbell every third fucking note. I heard it.
So what are you listening to right now? What's new? What new are you listening to?
New. Good question.
This is the big thing.
I've been listening to a lot of like brass bands, like that cover. So Brass Against the Machine.
Oh
yes,
I've been listening
them a lot.
a shit ton of Brass Against the Machine, and then the Brown Band.
Did they do some Black Sabbath?
Yeah. Brown Out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they're good.
Brown Out
I like them
that covers Sabbath on 2
Yeah.
albums. So when I go to the gym is usually when I like really, really hone into music. So that's like workout stuff, but also just then it spills over. If you can get me in the gym and I like it, but you can get me to listen to it when I leave the gym,
Right.
You're on some shit. Like that's now it's in my head like a lot. I've been listening a lot of Clutch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clutch is fucking great.
fucking A.
Yeah. Because
Love Clutch.
we've been
Oh, dude.
Great shows. They play great live shows.
8.
Yeah,
I've been to
amazing.
8.
Mudhouse.
3.
Mudhouse, the band
Mudhouse-
Matt and I are in, has been compared to a lot, and I know Matt derives a lot of inspiration.
Clutch.
Lou actually
CLC.
gets inspiration. So all the 3 guys, and I feel like I'm kind of behind the loop. So I've been listening to Clutch to kind of keep up, and I realized how much I missed out on. Like I missed out on some shit.
They got some killer fucking music, man.
Dude,
There is some
so
album,
good.
and there's so many albums.
Yeah.
They started forever ago.
And
Like Strange Cousins from the West
Yes,
is one of my favorites.
I feel like for a while there, they came out with like 3 albums a year.
Dude,
Yeah.
They were just pumping fucking music, dude.
yeah.
it's because that's all they do, man.
Yeah.
They smoke pot and they fucking jam.
And
Now
even,
that's another thing.
and even half the albums, right? So if you like listen to half the albums and you're not that into them,
The other half,
the other
you
half
will.
hit you in the goddamn face like a
For
hammer.
sure, dude.
Yeah.
And then the new Tool album, I've still been on the new Tool album. I'm
so sick,
Invincible, right? Is that your song, right?
That's my jam, dude.
Yeah.
I love them.
That and Numa and
Yeah.
Getting too excited up here. You gotta quit.
Getting old.
Dude,
you notice how my voice is took down an octave. I was like, I'm listening to that new Tool album.
2 of the
still.
best
God
shows.
damn it.
Well, 3 of the best shows I've been to was Tool, and then back in like 2002, I went and seen Van Halen at the Scott Trade with Shinedown. Shinedown killed it.
They do every live time.
They fucking
that guy's voice
killed
never
it.
changes.
And
It's
then
amazing.
9 Inch Nails. Me and Travis
Ooh,
Paul
nice.
jumped a bunch of seats.
I've seen this Nine Inch Nails in the heyday, especially.
It was good, man. It was like 2004, I think 2005. I can't remember. It was fucking amazing. He's excuse me, my bad.
Sounded like a fart.
Hey, did somebody step on a spider, bub? That's another thing. What's all like the redneck quotes? Like, come on, did you sit on?
Now we're backtracking.
I know. I just had that come to me. So like you had your parents or whatever. Your you had some crazy uncles that be like, hey, "Who stepped on a spider? Shit! Did you hear that?
Mine's
fucking Bertha. Did you fucking come on here? Shit!
Mine's you stepped on a frog.
Yeah, I sound like a bullfrog back there. That was me burping, boys. I'm sorry.
Y'all hear that pack of ducks?
Yeah, man. That wasn't no dad. That was them ducks that flew over the top. Yeah.
My favorite redneck word is cattywampus.
Oh, cattywampus.
That's a great one.
I have actually never heard that.
Oh,
before.
Oh.
my mom used to say cattywampus.
Cattywampus.
I went on a float trip to how would they call that in like Salem, Illinois? You know, where you can like float down the
Yeah.
river.
Yeah.
One of my buddy's dads was with us when we were kids, and he said, "Yeah, we can go down there and stay at that motel that was cattywampus to the Dairy Queen." I was like, "What in the fuck is cattywampus?" It's the greatest fucking.
Yeah.
That's my
I heard that
redneck
one.
word.
What do you guys think about this marijuana thing that's going on?
I don't know.
What marijuana?
I don't know.
Well, we talked about weed for a second. I got to talk about. I can't really.
Look,
I
go ahead.
can't do it.
Yeah.
Period.
Oh,
That's
me
what's
neither.
that's what's fucked up.
I'm DOT regulated. I can't touch
and
it.
that's what I'm saying about this. Okay, this is bullshit.
I'm high as a
should be-
fuck. I'm high as a fucking kite right now.
I'm a river.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not.
I'm a river away.
Yeah.
I'm 10, 15 miles away. I can't smoke pot because it's in Indiana.
Well, bud, you got the Democrats in there now. They'll probably cut it loose.
Oh, here we go.
We're not going to go
Not,
on
not
politics.
politics. No politics. Shut it down.
swear to
Right.
God.
I was-
Shut it down.
I was working, right?
no politics, Pez.
No, but
No
I was
politics.
I was
You want
working.
Obama to
in-
show up?
No, Tim.
All your weed's
Bring
free
it
now.
Bring it down.
So I was working.
Pez, the thing is about marijuana.
Tell me about
There's
it.
no hidden agendas, motherfucker. We're not doing this.
So I,
not
You
doing-
might be 30 yards away, but the problem is, all right, Obama left, so I kicked him out. Yeah.
So I was at work the day that it got passed in Illinois. We were talking about, man, my boss standing right next to me. I'm like, they passed marijuana.
You try to feel him out. You're like, hey,
What do you think about that?
They passed marijuana.
I didn't try to
Pez is getting
film
drug tests the next 5
Oh,
weeks.
for sure, 100%. I'll do it. It's no problem because I'll pass. But the thing is, he's like, you know, you can't do that, right? And I looked at, I know, and it's freaking stupid. It is stupid.
I think everybody would be a little happier.
This world would be happier.
I'm not even so
100%.
I don't smoke weed, right?
The gummies.
Right. I don't smoke
Eat
weed.
it.
But I have.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I did for a long time when I was young. When I was just a young man. Back when I was cattywampus from 14.
So he was 24, if you don't understand that.
Yeah. If
Dang
you don't
dong
pick
dang.
up on that, I was about 24 and a half.
I don't know what it does to me because
What's in here and what's in these things we're drinking, right? You can go buy a cart full, like a shopping cart.
yeah,
In Jefferson County, where I go, county. Do you notice I just caught myself going county. Come on.
and you can, man,
You can wheel a shopping cart through
Yeah.
and just pour bottles in.
yeah.
And no one at the counter even, they're like, you having a good night?
yeah. Must be having a party.
You're like, yeah. There's enough liquor in here to kill me and my whole family. Are you not worried? They're like, scan. Your total's 170. Like, you can just leave there, load that casually into your truck, and just drive away.
I think we're at a time in history where we're dumb.
there has to be
We're stupid.
There has to be a point.
One of my favorite movies of all time is Idiocracy.
I was waiting for everybody to get back to me with the movies. That was mine.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
That's
mean,
my favorite movie.
that's
It's
there.
it's happening.
Yeah.
It's
It's already, yeah.
it's happening.
We've
It's
been
already
here 5
happened.
years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but I feel like we're at don't
2 + 2 equals chair.
don't judge me. I don't know, but
Square goes into circles.
I feel like we're in a moment in history where we're going to look back at this and think we're freaking idiots.
Mm-hmm.
We are 100% idiots, and we should have looked back and thought marijuana should have been legal.
Pest is fired up.
Oh,
I
he's
am a
fucking
little bit
hot.
because last time I smoked pot was at my bachelor party.
I'm telling.
I'm telling Lori.
He just
Lori
told
would've
everyone.
never fucking married you
She
if she
knows.
knew you was a pothead.
Hey,
It was-
podcast world. He just told
It was 9 years ago.
But you know, I mean,
Yeah.
and it was a good time. You want to hear about my bachelor party?
I would love to.
Okay.
I don't. I'm leaving the podcast.
So we're going to St. Louis, and I smoke one.
Smoke.
You know, 8 years ago.
He smoked
9 years ago.
Smoked one of the weeds.
Smoked one of the weeds.
He smoked a little bit of the weed.
I get so
Weed.
high on 64, and I'm like, pull the fuck over. We got to go to this exit because I'm hungry as shit. It hit in, dude. And they're like, no, we got to go to Jack in the Box. Got to go to Jack in the Box. I'm like, fuck Jack in the Box. I want to smoke some. I want to eat.
You want to smoke some meat?
No. So we went and we got over to Jack in the Box, and I had like 2 combo meals. Straight up.
That's a daily thing.
That's not a daily thing, dick. Okay? Don't judge me.
As your personal trainer, I can't recommend 2 combo meals. Go ahead.
So I go to downtown St. Louis. No, at first we start at the piano bar, hang out, and everybody's having a good time.
Piano
Goes
bar's a great time.
Strip clubs. Do the strip club thing. We sleep on it. Go to the.
I'm telling. Go ahead.
We go to that nice lit up hotel room that's over there.
With a vibrating bed. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead.
We go out for a second time. So we're going out and we're having a good time. It was St. Patty's Day, and we end up. I got pictures I'll have to show.
Oh.
But we end up.
Those
It's about 11 o'clock. I got about 15 of my friends. Right? They're like, okay, we're going to East St. Louis, and we're going down to the Dirty McGurdy. I'm like, all right. So we go down there.
What was that? Is that by Cahokia?
I don't know where Mahokia is, but it was dirty. It was
Exit 3, Pez.
to keep
Exit
everybody
3.
interested, he's high on marijuana. Go ahead. Go ahead.
drug test
Go
Monday.
ahead. Go ahead.
So anyway, we're hanging out, and I get there, and they're like, this girl goes, oh, so it's your bachelor party, huh? And I'm like,
Sounds
yeah.
just like you.
She's like, okay, well, come here. And she fucking grabs me. She throws me down. Mind you, I've got 14 of my friends. I've got, like, my father, my father-in-law.
Oh, JP was there?
Old JP was there.
Oh, shit.
My
Beth would be pissed. Beth, don't listen to this podcast.
my brother-in-law was there. This bitch, I'm sorry.
Cancel him.
Hashtag
She
come on.
throws
Hashtag
me
cancel culture.
on the table of where they dance.
You got to ride for $5, bud.
And she unbuckles my pants, okay? She unbuckles my pants.
How dare her?
She's going to beat you with her belt.
Mind you, I'm wearing my favorite bacon boxers, okay? Because I said I love bacon boxers that glow in the dark. I was wearing those.
Hey, wait a second.
They glue in the dark.
He's also wearing them because he's high on marijuana. Go ahead. Go ahead.
She takes them, and she goes, rip, rip. And I look over.
She stripped the bacon, y'all.
My penis. My penis was hanging out. Straight
And
up.
she goes, that's where bacon comes from.
Now, podcast world ain't ready for penis.
And I look over to my right. I can see it like it was yesterday.
Your vas deferens? Go ahead. No.
I'm looking
I got
at
confused.
my father-in-law busting out laughing, going, ha, ha, ha.
So old man Mallet was there.
Oh, well, that's not, yeah.
He was laughing at your wiener.
He was.
He was laughing like, he ain't never get my daughter pregnant.
So then I get there and, all right, everybody, we're going to rope this thing off. If you haven't paid $20
They roped
to
your
watch
dick
this
off?
show. No. So, mind you, I'm in the bathroom with my best man. I'm saying, dude, you got to hold me back.
Hold up. You last thing you left us with.
We skipped
You
some
left a
steps.
step. You were, next thing we know, you're laying flat on your back on a table. And
But
your
then you're in the
underbreast-
bathroom with
your
your best man.
underbreaches. Your underbreaches.
I get up and I go up to my best name, which I'm not going to name any names.
You got up. Did she let you up?
She let me up finally because
Okay.
I was holding myself and like, oh, get off me. And I go to the bathroom and I'm in the corner. I said, dude, you got to go with me because there's no gosh dang doors on this stall. There's no, it's free. If you're going to go poo in a strip club, it's a free open poo and everybody's going to see you. That's how dirty McGurdy this was.
No
So-
one should shit in a strip club.
He was
Just
definitely
don't tell them.
over by Pops.
So I'm like, dude,
Definitely,
you gotta like turn your back or something so I can dig these boxers out of my butt, right? Okay.
Because you were wedged up.
I was wedged up,
With
bleeding probably.
bacon strips.
Yeah.
So I get out of there. I'm going commando. The night is commando, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna rope half this bar up." And I said, "Okay, all right." So they rope half the bar up, and the people that didn't pay the money to watch the show, they stayed on the other curtain, on the other side of the curtain. So
Watch that bacon sizzle. Go ahead.
So here we're all 14 of us, man. I'm talking my father, my brother-in-law, my dad. All of us are sitting there watching these two girls, sorry, Dad, dancing in plexiglass in a shower.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus.
Shower show.
All right, everybody. We need Pez to come on up. Pez, can you come on up?
And I'm like, all right. So I go up and I'm like,
The bacon's well cooked.
oh my gosh, this is embarrassing and it sucks. So I get up there and the bacon's well cooked. So they go up. The bouncer goes, hey, dude, you need to take off your pants. I said, you really want me to take my pants? He said, yeah, take off your pants. I said, dude, I can't take off my
I
pants.
can't. I got bacon and also other things sweating.
Got no panties on.
I said, brother, I said, I can't take my pants off, man. I said, because your stripper over there ripped them all off me, okay? I'm going commando right now. He said, all right, man. Damn. He said, just leave your pants on, take your shirt off. So here I am, shirt off.
Fucking
I'm going to need a shot. I'm getting nauseous. Go ahead.
shirt off.
I get in the shower with these girls, and they're dancing, they're doing their thing. Let me
You're in the shower with him?
two girls, doing their thing.
Doing a come on?
Doing the come on. Come on. And I'm sitting there and they get done. I'm soaking wet. I look over at my dad. My dad's just like,
With water?
he looks so like, oh, son, you look like a freaking idiot. Dude.
Yeah, you're just sprayed.
My father-in-law's dying. My brother-in-law's dying. I get up and I stand up and the stripper she goes, hey, why the fuck are you getting married?
Oh!
Hey, Lori, if you're listening to this, I'm really sorry for your husband's loss.
I've been drinking all day.
I'm sorry for your loss, Lori.
And I said,
My name's Tim. Call me. It's 303-8.
I said
618-231.
So I said, I love her. And he goes, bam. She goes, bam. She hits me square in the nuts and I fall to my knees.
She hit you in the nuts.
She hit me in my nuts.
Let me backtrack because this has been a long story. Were you also high on weed?
Dude, all right, I'm going to get and they don't do piss tests at my job. They do hair tests, so I'm definitely going to be. Yeah, I mean, that's my stripper story.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and I was looking at my father-in-law and everybody, and they're like, God, this was horrible.
That's not you know what? That's like that's the most non-typical stripper story of all time.
Non-typical. I went home.
From the bacon boxers to the marijuana to the family members present to the bouncer who says, take off your pants. To the fact that you're sprayed wet, you still didn't answer with what?
Yeah.
And then it turns into the punch in the nuts.
I know. That's how the night ended.
Like that is what do they call it? The coup de grace. That's the coup de grace.
I came home and I remember my head was like down. Like, I was like, she's like, well, what happened? I said,
that's one of those where, yeah.
Well,
your significant
I lost my
other,
dignities in St. Louis.
Your significant other says, so how was your bachelor party?
She knew it was going to be
And you're
wild.
like,
she knew it.
You just look at her like, I've got no words for my bachelor party.
I told her. She knows. Of course, I wouldn't be saying it right
It
now.
wasn't cool.
It was not cool. But,
Poor
stuff
Pez.
happens. But, I mean,
What year was this?
Ooh, you had to put me on the spot.
Oh, sorry.
2013.
Oh, yeah.
Or 2012.
I was cattywampus from like 30 then.
Yeah. What are you doing? Matt's stealing one of my beers.
Hey, steal
what
one
is new,
for-
everybody?
Steal one for your engineer.
All right,
Yeah.
So what else you got in that
Thank
book? You got
So
something
what
for
do
me?
I have? Oh, I've
You got
got a
something
few
for
things
me?
here. I've got,
Hit me with something.
but
I'm ready.
what was your first job there, Tim?
Ooh.
And I guarantee it wasn't working on.
It wasn't legal.
What was your first job?
It was. Take a guess. Anybody got a guess?
Busboy.
Oh, that's very close. Very close.
Mine was a busboy.
Dairy
Damn guess.
Queen. Dairy Queen.
No. Dishwasher at the Full Moon House in Benton, Illinois.
No shit.
Yep.
Dude, my first job was a dishwasher at Main Street Cafe in McLeansboro.
So I was the only English speaking, besides the waitresses, which one is my girlfriend at the time, right? So
Of course.
that's how I got hooked up with the job. But besides the waitresses, though, and the whole place, even this, like the times, the staffed hours, we weren't there, right? Like waitresses all spoke English; they're all local.
Yeah.
But the owners, main cook, sous chef in the back, zero English. So like it was the best job. The cook, to this day, I used to go in there and she, like the owner, they just sold not too many years ago, right?
Yeah.
When I used to go in, he used to peek out the back, and he always recognized me, and he always gave me the look like, yeah, that's the kid. That's the kid.
You used to have long hair back then, too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Both of you bald guys had long hair.
Man, for sure.
Hey, that's why. Hey, we're fucking follically challenged. Right?
But they only spoke. I don't think they're from Japan. I think it was actually Korean, maybe.
Some people can rock the bald look. I don't think if I did, I'd look horrible.
Oh, it'd be terrible, Pez.
It'd be bad. I'm hoping that.
You might be able to do it with the glasses on.
You're so full of it, dude.
I tried.
I mean, you got.
Did I not sell it?
But hey, where? So you worked there, but where did Captain Tim come along? I know I'm skipping ahead.
You
a lot.
fucking skipped like
skipping ahead.
80 generations.
I did, but I want to know where Captain Tim came. Like you have a YouTube channel called
Yes.
Captain Tim. Explain to me what
Captain
happened.
Tim fixes shit.
All right, so for the record, it's Captain Tim Fixes Shit on YouTube, everybody. Just Google Captain Tim Fixes Shit. It came as a literal joke to my fiance, my better half, right?
Right.
I often suffer from insomnia. And when I do, and I can't sleep, I get punchy, as my mom would call it, punchy. I get fucking stupid, right?
Yeah.
You get me up for too many days, I need no drinks. And Matt can contest to the fact that if I have no sleep, I can get pretty goofy, right?
Hashtag Team Blackout.
Yeah, right.
So what does Captain Tim do?
Well, Captain Tim fixes shit,
Mm-hmm.
just like the name, right?
Can we guess preview of what Captain Tim's,
I mean,
what he's got going on?
Oh my God, he's getting naked.
y'all want to see Y'all want to see the captain?
I do. And while he, he flips a second, what did you think of Captain Tim whenever you first saw him?
Well, I don't know. I mean, like Captain Tim's always been a friend of mine.
He always has too. And I didn't know this alter ego he had came out. And when I saw it,
I was just really
lost
confused about that pickle jar situation he had. Because, like, one of the pickle jars, he tried giving us a life hack of the pickle jars. And my kids follow Captain Tim on YouTube. It's terrible. I told him
How many subscribers does Captain Tim have, bub?
Enough. Don't worry about it.
So my kid, my oldest Jackson, he's 12. He goes, Dad, what happened to Captain Tim was telling us all how to open a pickle jar. And he was like, the first one he got really mad at, and he threw it off the table, and it didn't even bust when it hit the ground. And then he grabbed this stupid pickle jar, and then he grabbed the second one, and he started tapping. So every time, for like a week or two after he seen this video, Jackson would take a fucking butter knife and start tapping around the edges of a pickle jar, even though the son bitch was already open. Like, this is how, right here, this is how you open a pickle jar.
You mean like this here?
Like that.
It's like, yeah. So how you got two you got two hats?
I have a bunch of hats. I'm a captain, so I have a ton of hats. Whatever. It's not a big deal.
Where'd you start at, Captain?
America? Where did you start at?
I started out when 87.
I told you these colors don't run.
So you started this out of fun.
Yes.
And where are you today? You got how many subscribers you got?
Too many to count.
Too many.
I don't do numbers and stuff, but it's too many to count. I can tell you that.
Yeah. And what have you worked on so far, Tim?
Well, I can
Captain,
tell you what.
Sorry.
I'll tell you what. This is backtrack, and I'll save you the question because everybody wants to know the first thing I ever fixed.
What was that?
It was about 1986 when I fixed my bike, and I took the chain off myself, and I also took the training wheels off and just knocked them off. 'Cause I don't care. And then next thing you know, I just ride a normal bike like a normal kid.
So how would anybody out from the outside, get up on Captain Tim's?
Hey,
how do they find you?
Well, just find me on YouTube and ask me a question. Ask me to fix something. There ain't nothing I've ever seen that I can't fix.
Really?
Trash bag hack? How long did it take you to figure out the
trash bag hack? I probably learned that back in like 89. It's not a big deal. I mean, you just put holes in the bag and fix it. I mean, come on. Sorry, I get nervous when you guys ask me questions.
I know, it's too much. Can we get Tim back? Because you're making me feel awkward. Captain Tim, it's been good talking to you.
Hey, it's been awesome. But also just look up Captain Tim Fix Shit on YouTube, and then maybe you don't have so many questions because maybe I'm not very good at answering them. You know what I mean?
My favorite Captain Tim hack is
Please tell me what it is.
the lid switch.
See, I have a real fan over here. Pez is making me nervous as shit. This guy knows lid switch. Lid switch was actually the first video I ever released. And you know why? It's because it's stupid and simple.
Oh my!
Because it was what was wrong with the lid switch?
Man, lid switches give out over time.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you got a washing machine that has lasted over a decade, the lid switch will give out.
It's a busted ass lid switch.
It's a busted ass lid switch, and it's real simple to fix.
I love.
But if you look up most YouTube videos, it's a bunch of guys going, hey, this is a screwdriver. Hey, this is called a Phillips head. And the videos take 17 minutes. How long is mine? About a minute and a half?
Yeah, gets right to the point. You get to it.
Did I teach you how to fix a lid switch?
Yeah.
Short in.
And when you clean the drain,
minutes.
Phenomenal.
You found that girl's nose ring.
Yeah. And thank you, Captain Tim, for coming in.
You're so welcome.
It's good to see you. So, anyway, Tim, are you back? Hey, Tim.
I'm back.
So, when do you think you guys are going to get playing again? What do you think?
Oh, that's a big question.
Like full time? Like full time with no restrictions?
Full time.
Oh, it's going to be a year with no restrictions?
You think?
At least be a year.
Yeah, I'd say at least a year out.
I mean, they haven't even rolled out all the vaccinations yet. I just got a letter from work saying that I'm in the second tier because I'm in constant COVID contact.
Tiers, right?
Yeah, so I can get the vaccination. And Jess is like, nah, I'm not fucking doing that thing. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and get it.
Yeah, why not?
Uncle Lou told me, he works for SSM Health. He's the whatever he does. He's been with him for fucking over 20-something years. But he's like, dude, I didn't get my vaccination until like several million people had it. And there's only been like 6 people that had problems. Yeah. And it was usually people that already had problems before they ever got it.
Well, what I say is, we get down to it. Do you want to play us something? Or do you not? It's cool if you don't.
Why are you jumping around so much, man?
I'm not jumping around.
Hashtag come on.
Hashtag come on.
I mean, I was just wondering. I mean,
hashtag come on. Hashtag come on.
Yeah, he's got he's got a few beers in him. I mean, if you want to, if you don't, that's cool.
Like, you want me to play a original song, cover song? What do you want me to do?
Yeah, we can only do originals.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody in the crowd would be mad.
We don't have to do it. We can save it for another day.
Save it for another time. Bring me back on, but next time.
Yeah, let's do it.
I brought my uke with me, but it'd be an instrumental. It might bore people, I don't want to bore people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't look at me like that again. Like,
I fucking hate you, baby.
God, Lenny, you're so.
He's a dick.
But yeah, man, we'll get to it and we'll get to playing.
Yeah,
and it'll be on it. And I say we flip the script. That's all I'm saying.
What exactly do you mean by?
What does that mean?
I even thought about changing the band name.
Oh, to what?
Huh?
Pez and the Come-Outs?
Oh, okay. Hashtag come on.
No, dude. Why does everything have to be about Pez? Listen, let me state this, okay? Luke Nelson, because he shared it.
He's getting mad.
He was like, hey, I came up with Pez and Dispensers. Yes, you did. I understand you came up with the name. I didn't want it.
He did.
They made me stick with it, and it just stuck. But here we are.
It's clever as shit.
2000.
It is clever.
21.
20. Cattywampus to 2018.
Yeah, cattywampus. But yeah, we're here.
I still don't understand what that means.
I do. My mama used to say it, man.
Google
it's
that
like
shit.
If you were to take like a cross, and like one point,
it's not
the other.
It's not catty corner.
Yeah,
that's different.
Yeah,
this is cattywampus.
I got you.
It's like backwards and to the right.
Almost.
That's the only way to explain it, I
man.
guess.
That's exactly right. It's backwards and to the right.
Whatever the fuck these guys said.
But yeah, we'll get to it. I thought about changing it. Just, I don't know, to switch it up.
But what do you have in mind? You had nothing in mind. You had to have something in mind. Whoa.
I ain't going to say it here.
Tease it.
Linen in the dryer sheets.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Javis Baxley is he came up with that. Actually.
Shout out Javis Baxley.
The Muppet and the Fuck Ups.
Yeah.
Oh,
I dig that one. You should play nothing but death metal playing that stuff.
Yep.
Ooh. We'll definitely get a
Bad man.
No, I don't know, man. I
think he has a complex. Like he's like, because we always fuck with him. I mean, what day goes by that we don't fuck with Pez?
True.
Like,
although of the band, I fuck with you the least.
Of course, you straight up
talk to him. He calls me every day, Tim.
Don't act like I call you every day. You call
day.
me, dude. You call me. Hey, what are you doing? You've changed, bub. You've changed.
You've changed.
Welcome to Rockin' Bubbies. There's a little bit of dynamic.
This will be the last
and
episode.
Sexual tension.
But no, I mean, I've thought about it. I mean, because it's just,
he doesn't want to be about him. He wants to be about the Bubbies.
And from the get go, I didn't want it to be about me. We're just playing music, dude. Having a good time.
You're the lead man.
You should just call it Captain and the Bubbies.
Captain and the Bubbies. That is a good one.
We would never get booked.
Or Bubby Captain. Or Captain Bubbies.
Captain Come-Ons.
Part of me's bored, though.
Yeah, you're definitely not getting booked with that one.
Captain in the Cam. Especially if you had play the part where Pez says Cam.
Come on. That's both.
We're
of them.
definitely not getting booked with that. Come on.
A little Eric Cartman in there.
Yeah, there's a little bit of Cartman.
Definitely.
Tim.
Yep.
It's been amazing.
Hey, it's been a pleasure.
And
do it again?
I think we should.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
100%.
I don't even think we covered half of it. We jumped so many times to different eras.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean,
I got lots of stories.
Anytime
you want me back, I'd love to come back.
All right, man. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
This is the first episode of Rockin' Bubbies. Cheers, boys.
Hashtag Cam.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Come on.
We'll see you on the interweb or Rockin' Bubbies.